Oh god, there's another fog machine there. Okay, we're in the DragonSpear map area and we're here to find a... Who was she? Skie? Skie's gone missing. Right.
If none are better.
I'm thinking we might benefit greatly from our invisible scout in this. I'll go for a fast unit.
At once.
It blocked us off fairly effectively. Theater guards. Looks like we might have to bluff our way through. Mercenaries and Skie.
I'll do it.
Good as done. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, you animals.
We take our orders from Kayla Argentero, not from you. What's all this then?
Help me, please. They're going to kill me.
Enough of this nonsense. Cut him down. Okay, what do we have here?
Tis my will.
I'll test your metal with cold steel.
Tis my will.
I'll test your metal.
Why the fuck are you there?
Whatever thy wills.
You're already dead.
Another try I shall give.
What's the fight? Easy peasy.
At once.
What is this? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I'm spying on DragonSpear, watching the Crusaders for weaknesses we can exploit.
Okay. What have you learned?
They're just as boring as the Flaming Fist. All they do is work and pray. The most interesting thing I saw was them shoring up a section of wall to the west, and that was not interesting at all.
That might actually be useful. Okay, good work. Now you should return to the camp.
I did good? Really? I mean, yeah, of course. I knew that would be important. When my dad was my age, he was already a hero. No one thinks I can be a hero too, but they're wrong. I'm glad you at least see that I've got something to offer. Take care.
Alright, we need to get the fuck out of here. We do not want to go in there at all. So you're too far to use that there. The breach in the wall has been recently patched up with wooden planks. Right, 2 jobs done. Find the underground river though.
If none are better.
Thy actions in Bridgeport were impressive, Kalishite. Without thee, it would surely have fallen well before we arrived.
I did only what had to be done under the circumstances.
Thou art...
Oh! Who goes there? Sorry. A little drink yesterday evening turned into a lot of
Okay,
drinks
who
early this
do I
morning.
need to talk to
I'm
produce
not in the
this?
best shape right now.
Quartermaster Bellagram. I also need to report the Thieves Guild business to something.
Oh, yes, Jahira. Well, yes, I thank you, my lady. I'll just thank you.
Okay, I need a new pair of boots. Oh really? Does he need a new pair of boots or does he want a new pair of boots? He needs them. He thinks without a new lucky charm he'll die in battle. Fine, fine. It will take a day though. I don't see why he can't make do with a pair of these other well-made boots. I'll give him the custom-made boots. We could have kept them for ourselves and give him just another pair of boots. I think he would be satisfied because he just wants a pair of boots. Lucky charm sorts.
Thou art blushing! Oh, couldst thou be more adorable? I think not.
Boo says you could not be more adorable. And look at Boo. Look at that face, eh? He knows adorable.
Well, look who we have here. The hero of Baldur's Gate deigns to walk among us. Aren't you supposed to be spelunking in Kaeler's caverns?
Tilt with the Thieves Guild.
That's the way to get things done. Tell me, what did their faces look like when you kicked their rumps all the way through Dead Man's Pass?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you, but once I put some pressure on the leader, she took to her heels. Won't be troubled by the guild anymore.
Not the perfect outcome, but a decent one. I'm grateful for your help, and the gratitude of a dwarf lasts longer than the mountains. Now, what's the price we agreed on? 300 gold, was it?
I have no recollection. Probably 500, but 300 will do.
You're not half bad, you know that? I'll admit, the militia can use every coin we can hoard. Daggerford hasn't got the coffers to match Waterdeep's. Here you are, hero. Now, get moving. We've got a war to win.
Reputation, always good. I think it's, what, 17 now? 18.
Perhaps this group needs not quite as much help as I thought.
We need to report Skie's
I've
return.
traveled with a lot of great people in the past.
Probably
More
should
than
sell
you might
some of our
believe.
crap
But
too while
this
we're
is
at
the
it.
best team ever.
I think we can afford to get a little bit extra crap, but at the same time, why hold it around? I have no idea what's gonna happen next. For all I know, we can infiltrate the DragonSpear castle and put an end to the game. Alternatively, it's just a side quest before we have to directly assault the place.
Good to see you.
Skie's been located and returned safely to camp.
Thank the gods. I don't know what Duke Silvershield would have done if anything happened to his daughter. I appreciate your taking care of this. Here's a small reward for your efforts.
I've assigned Skie to join some of the other soldiers in filling sandbags. She'll be at it for days. That should keep her out of trouble for a while. Yeah, that's probably not gonna work. You need to give her something to do that she feels is a worthwhile thing to do.
We're few, but fierce.
We also need to wait a day to get the Heldar's boots. I don't want to leave these things unfinished at this point. Do we have anything we can identify? Nope. I think we should seriously consider investing our cash at this point. I mean, it might not be absolutely vital at this point, but at the same time, we have no idea what if we even have other opportunities to spend the money. Yeah, 52,000. That's too much cash on hand. Unless you know you have something really expensive you want to get your hands on. I don't, so we definitely should invest in something. There are few items here we could give them, not that many. Still, 57,000, we have good reputation, so we can probably buy these things fairly cheaply. Casting speed, movement speed. Casting speed bonus would be the only thing that matters, and this isn't a massive increase, but it's still an improvement. You could probably... The best benefit from that hat would be that I think you could reduce casting speed 1 spells to instantaneous spells. Free action ring wouldn't be a horrible idea. Even if you don't want to constantly use it, you could still occasionally use it. Blood protection might be nice, because it's simply better than the ones we have by 1 point. Armor class 1. This is also might be usable by wizards, but I'm pretty sure we can already use armor. It's just we can't use anything but armor. Right, there aren't that many items here. More or less, potentially the wizard hat and ring of free move action. So 30,000. Okay, I need to see if anyone is using these type of amulets or could use it. I'm not so sure. I seem to recall that we're fairly filled with amulets. Ring of free action certainly has potential. Also, can we use the wizard hat? Yeah. I think it's a worthwhile thing. We would have to give up this, but this is not important to us. I think we're fairly strong on the amulet front. But we basically can't use most of them. We would have extra room for gauntlets too. Okay. We'll buy the hats. Buy the free action. I don't think we're gonna buy the amulet. Maybe the gauntlets of weapon expertise. This would go to him though, which is sort of wasted money in my opinion. So I think I'll settle for these two items. But, I mean, there are wands that are worth a ton that we might be interested in. If I'd had to pick at this point, I'm not sure if I would pick a Wand of Fire. It's the most expensive one, but I think it's also going to end up being the most useless one if we had to go against demons. We have a lot of Frost and Fear, even summoning ones, so I don't think we would use those. Paralysis might be an interesting choice. It is often overlooked. Because you think you can do the same thing through other means, but you can't. It's a long range stun that is hard to resist, and it lasts for so long that you're basically dead. It does not always work, so that's why the extra charges would be very welcome. You have to spam it at targets. Lightning bolts, that sort of thing could also be useful. I mean, this one is, I think, practically worthless. I think if we shoot it with it, it'll disappear. Right, we need to buy mostly gear for dinner here. Scrolls, that sort of stuff. Maybe some potions. We have to assume that we might not have any other chance to purchase these things, so if we want something out of them, now's the time to buy them. I guess I'll wait for the boots though. $24.
What a nice thing to say.
I have many fine wares.
Saving throws for dwarves. Literally lucky boots for dwarves. Well, not literally, because there is some lucky ability in this game. They don't have luck. But a huge improvement in saving throws. Very valuable. Right. I think Wand of Heavens has some potential, but again it's a fire attack, so I'm so keen on those. Wands of Frost would be useful, but we already have two of them, one with significant amount of charges. Lightning bolts, I'm not sure if this is all that useful. It's okay. The problem is it's sort of hard to use when you have a lot of your own units. It tends to bounce around a little bit too much. Wonder Sleep is worthless. Monster Summoning is nice, but we have no real need for it. And can't buy Paralysis wands. I'm sort of holding on to them in case we expect some serious resistance, or fights where we basically fail. Unless we pour some extra something on them. They might never come, but we'll see. Protection scrolls are too expensive for what they do. I'm keen on buying one protection from petrification scroll. It lasts for a long time and we've already faced at least one basilisk. So if we come to something like that again, we have no problems. We can just put a protection on a fighter and he can handle everything. It's unlikely to happen, but we've have a counter for it now. We really want these spells. Yeah, I'm sort of inclined to buy extra detect invisibility scrolls. Simply to use them, not actually to learn them. What does luck do? +1 bonus to saving throws, attack rolls, minimum damage and healing rolls, +5% to all thieving skills. Furthermore, damage dice for all effects as outside a weapons-based damage is reduced by 1. So you'll take less damage instead. Right. How about invisibility radius? It's fairly cheap, and it basically adds invisibility for 6 guys for 300 gold. Protection from cold, protection from fire. These don't last long enough. Better take the potions. You also buy skull traps in scroll form, just so you could stand them somewhere. I feel this is the type of thing you would do if you didn't have a big group though. Right, this is all fine, but it's not, doesn't seem to be that important. Protection from electricity and acid. Complete invulnerability to all acid-based attacks, whether magical or non-magical. Complete invulnerability to all electrical attacks, whether magical or non-magical. And I think that's it for the scrolls. Stone to Flesh scroll. It's very cheap, and it will allow us to suffer some sort of casualty on that front without having to load. Right, do I want wands? I'm not so sure. I don't really see what we could really massively gain by buying any of these. Maybe a Wand of Heavens, but again, don't think so. We might be getting the most out of just buying potions of extra healing. No, we want bonuses we can drink with the 3 main fighters. Strength potions. We have enough on the hero if we really need to, but I think we should buy a couple of extra ones. It doesn't really matter what the strength value actually is, as long as it's something decent. Something we can drink in a preparation for a boss fight. Same with heroism. Very useful, lasts for multiple hours. So yeah. I think same with the Oils of Speed, because it lasts for multiple hours. Potion Power doesn't last long. We're also going to take some resistant things, I think. Mirrored Eyes, immune to petrification and gaze attacks. It's a little bit different from petrification only. Potions of Invulnerability, this is something we don't have. Saving throws +5, basically, that's why you buy these. And I think that's it. Might be other useful ones, but I think we have quite a lot of those. Right. Right. Yes. Probably an investment that's never going to really be used. But I'm definitely using all of this if we get into a serious boss fight. Whether we need it or not. It'll just make things so much more convenient. Massively increases the damage we can do. Significantly increases how easy it is for us to hit things. Potions of extra healing maybe. We have some, so that's not really the point. The point is they're all on the fighters. And if we start spreading them around too much, I don't know if it's that good enough. I think we can make it.
It is good to travel with a scion of nature such as thyself.
Especially if we buff things properly, we can definitely make it. Maybe buy a stone skin scroll for Dina here. I mean, she has the spell, but only one casting of it really. Nothing's preventing us from taking another though. We can adjust, it's not that
I'll do it!
Who goes there?
Yeah, I've got your boots.
My new boots, sir! Let me see them!
A genuine pair of bearskin boots.
They look wonderful! Oh yes, these'll be lucky for sure! Thank you, thank you! Here, take these as a reward. Eh, they're comfortable too. Guard duty will be a breeze from now on.
Gotta level up. Defense potion, fire giant, strength potion. More importantly, someone got level up. And it's a druid level up. Very, very welcome. Good amount of healing spells or buff spells, debuff spells, whatever spells. I'm not really looking for healing spells though, not at this point. What we want is something a little bit different. Ability to get rid of some negatives. Maybe resist cold and fire. No, this lasts for too short of a time period. Well, everything else is sort of crap. Maybe find traps. It doesn't disarm them, but it would easily spot them in a certain situation. They're all terrible though. The big problem with the druids is that they just have too few spells. Armor of Fate is a decent one. Doom. Why don't I have more of these? I'm certainly not using the Entangle, I'll take extra Dooms. Why the hell do I have Charm, Person, or Mammal? Because there was nothing better to take there. A bark skin is pretty worthless too, after all. Right. This is more useful for a non-multi-classing druid. Because we're a druid fighter, we can already use heavy armor, so this is worthless. Maybe another slow potion, poison, resist fire and cold. I mean, if we suddenly come into a situation where we need fire or cold resistance, this can, this in combination with a potion can see us through. As in, we get immunity. Okay, this is a fairly important level. A lot of good stuff. Chaotic commands would probably be the best. Last for a long duration. Immunity to charm, command, confusion, domination, sleep, maze, spiritual lock are all spells that fit in this category. Takes from Psionic Blast. Spell affects only one creature, lasts for the duration or until this. Insect Plague, on the other hand, is another good area of effect spell. Iron Skins. True Seeing might be the best. We've come to a problem with this. Uh, when someone turns invisible or use something like that, we really have no easy way to counter it. We'd have to bring the mage to a very inconvenient location. With True Seeing, it'll take some time to cast, but it would be solve that particular problem. Alternatively, the insect plague, I think. It would screw over an entire enemy group. It's a more offensive focused thing anyway. I think True Seeing though is better because we have other offensive spells to initiate a fight. Things that screw over casters too. This would be a 5th level spell though, so there's no protection against it. Fire shields maybe? But Cloud Kill will work just as well. I think Ice Storm will work too. 3rd level spells are the ones that don't work anymore. I'm not sure. I probably should rest. Let's get the spells. Yeah, Underground River.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
What is it? Definitely not the Underground River. The air is stale and heavy. It's as if all the energy and power have been drained from the area. Seems unlikely magic will function here. So yeah, this is good luck if you're playing a mage here.
Boo senses someone watching us. Grab a sword.
Be wary. This area is completely devoid of magic. I may not be able to aid thee.
Yeah. What's causing it? This isn't natural. Yeah, it's an ambush for us. And of course
I shall.
Why the fuck are you there? Instant death. 90 points for piercing damage. Basically the mage went in there first. Mage went in there first. Mage rushed in there first.
At once.
I mean, what the actual fuck?
For the fallen!
I need to just take the hit. There's no other way. What was he calling after?
Done and done.
She's going. They're going after dinner here.
How to do it?
And there's. I don't know if is there anything I can do about that.
Done and done.
With a pitchfork and some bootblack ones.
It's gonna keep moving. That's the best. It's been poisoned. I can guess what type of poison it is. It comes from the you lose 33% of your health or something like that. Basically we need to get rid of the archers. Melee guys are equal to just tanks.
I will recover.
Bleed.
Whatever thy wills.
It's the archers that are the most
Whatever
dangerous
thy
ones
wills.
against them. The big damage dealers. Also you. Try to spot things. See if you can spot the goddamn assassin.
Done and done.
I think the purchase of the hat works for us here. It increases our movement speed by 1, so we're a little bit faster than the guy who
Insides are becoming my outsides.
Only a little bit though.
I shall.
You call? Yep.
Whatever thy wills.
I will recover.
Where the hell is the attack coming from? On the mercenaries. Okay, that son of a bitch. As expected, you have proved your might. I've seen enough. Shadowy figure.
Done and done.
And I didn't say I succeeded.
Whatever thy
Guess
wills.
he just failed. Another one of the hooded figures tests, I'm assuming.
Damn.
I'll do it.
It's not a bad ambush for spot though. Dead magic spots.
My pockets are a little full right now. Had to drop it.
Yeah, one of them has arrows and biting. Lose 30% of its maximum hit points in 20 seconds. That's the poison we got hit with.
I'll do it.
I think the crossbow guy had something similar with the biting arrows. Okay, still not too bad. The only tough part really is that they go after your weakest one.
Yes.
Large map area. I think I'll rest here and leave things here too. Spider Bros. Shit.
Cloak Shadow!
Bleed.
It's more nice to move around here during daytime.
None are but better.
Just trying to see how much experience do we need to get some things done. I think there's a reasonable chance of my main character getting a level up. With the rest, we're starting to be more or less where we can be. Around level 9-10 is where we'll Oh, for fuck's sake. I want to make this hard.
If none are but better.
It's not like I'm gonna stop trying this or anything, so just let me know. This forest holds many secrets. Okay. Yeah, backup stone skin is starting to sound better and better. The improved invisibility is nice, very nice, but we're using it so infrequently we could possibly replace it with a stone skin. Either way.
At once.